There's been a spate of terrorist attacks in Kashmir in the last 2 days. 5 civilians, including a Kashmiri Pandit, 4 migrant workers were shot at and injured in 3 separate attacks in the valley. Yesterday, a Kashmiri Pandit shopkeeper was shot at and injured in the Shopian district as well. So, a spate of attacks, Sonakshi, that we're reporting on.
In fact, condemning the killing, National Conference's Omar Abdullah has tweeted saying that I add my words of condemnation to those of my colleagues and send my condolences to the family of the CRPF Jawan killed in the line of duty. Prayers for those injured, for the injured Jawan, and in hope that he makes a full recovery. PDP president also has tweeted. Mehbooba Mufti says that she condemns the attack and the senseless violence doesn't yield anything apart from inflicting miseries on the innocent families of those killed. My condolences to the family, she says. In fact, even Jammu and Kashmir Pradesh Congress Committee and the Apni Party also condemned the killing of the CRPF personnel. And joining us right now is our colleague Nazir on the phone line with us on this story. Nazir, is there much unrest over this news in Kashmir? What are we expecting on this?
Well, there has been a spate of these attacks for the last 24 hours. These 4 attacks is really a serious thing. While the police have been, launching relentless operations, security force against militants, but we see it is proving to be a zero-sum game because it's not actually stopping the incidents like attacks on innocent people and the security forces. And in 24 hours, we see 4 attacks on Sunday evening. There was an attack on the migrant workers in Pulwama. 2 migrant workers were injured. And yesterday morning, there was attack on migrant workers again. 2 were injured again in Pulwama. And then in the afternoon, there was a major attack on CRPF in Srinagar in Maisuma area. 1 CRPF person was killed and another was injured after the attack. Those gunmen who had come on a motorcycle managed to escape. An operation was launched, but they could not be tracked down. In the evening, there was another target attack on a Kashmiri Pandit in Shopian district, while Balkrishan, a shopkeeper, was shot at and injured. He has been shifted to hospital and he is being treated there. Because these are local, Kashmiri Pandits, who majority of them has actually are displaced. They have fled from the valley in 1990. Since then, there has been a lot of debate, lot of politics, also a lot of efforts as well to bring them back. But the kind of attacks upsetting all those efforts, and there has been a widespread condemnation of this attack and all other attacks in 24 hours. But this condemnation is not actually helping to prevent these attacks. And where are the gaps? Why it is happening? Why, despite all the encounters, large number of militant killings, arrests, daily operation is not helping actually achieving the goal to prevent violence and prevent these attacks. That remains the bigger challenge. And it's innocent people, innocent migrant workers, innocent Kashmiri Pandit shopkeeper who has had to pay the price of this, senseless violence. So, CRPF Jawan was doing his duty, was also killed in Srinagar city. Really worrying situation at a time when we are seeing security force were seeing militants almost.
Nazir, I just wanted to ask you a quick question, taking off from what you're reporting, considering the fact that these are, a whole host of attacks that have happened in a very short span of time. What are the security agencies telling you at the moment? Is this some kind of a coordinated, concerted set of attacks? What are you hearing?
Well, one group has claimed the responsibility of this attack on Kashmiri Pandit, and they have warned that there could be more attacks. And according to police, that could be only a front of Lashkar-e-Taiba. They may be behind the attack. But, as we know, the Kashmir Valley is really literally saturated with the security force, and there has been a huge security presence. And they have been launching relentless operations, and if you see, every day they have been operational security forces have stepped up. Nakas, searches, and the minority pickets have been further strengthened to ensure there is no repeat of these attacks. That remains the challenge, to ensure that these attacks are prevented.